DJ Akademiks is back again. I mean, honestly, at this point, I just feel like we're in the absolute worst timeline. As if the whole situation of grooming a 15-year-old child wasn't bad enough, Akademiks has somehow find a way to make a terrible situation, an inexcusable situation, even worse. I mean, I am amazed at the 9 lives that this man has, how he somehow finds a way to slither and snake his way out of controversy and out of situations that he himself has created. But let's take a look at his recent live stream. Him responding to these allegations, him trying to yet again shift the goalpost, shift the narrative, and him responding ultimately to his Twitch ban.
Okay, let's. Is there anything else I should probably address? I'm gonna be honest with you. For everybody who I've seen comment on this, I do want to say, obviously, for the people who have never liked me or the people who me and them may have like gone back and forth, you can't especially go to them for maybe not saying the whatever opinion, but of course they fucking hate me, you know what I mean? So like this is another chance in their moment to do whatever. But for the most part, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've watched people who I believe are neutral or kind of impartial, and I think they've kind of been right. Like, you know what I mean? They've kind of been like fair, be like, yo, listen, that nigga shouldn't have said that, but we don't believe he's listen, I think there's been fair commentary. And again, you know, one of the things in terms of, me running media, I've always said, you get to the point, and I've been lucky enough.
You know, the theme here that I want to continue to apply to Akademiks, and just really a lot of influencers, politicians today, we had a discussion about this yesterday, is accountability. And a complete lack of accountability and just taking ownership of your actions. And his language here is a classic example of that. And he's still running damage control, and he's still running logical misdirections. You know, look at how he sets this up. Well, don't go to the people who are haters of me because their opinion doesn't count because they already hate me. So they're going to enjoy taking advantage of this situation and hating on me more. But all that does is try to minimize the critique of him and the backlash that he's getting. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you like him, if you don't like him. He's the one who has committed these actions. He's the one who is now reaping the consequences of those actions. And anyone can comment and weigh in that, hey, this was wrong. But by him positioning it in this way, well, they're haters of me, right? That's him yet again minimizing and straw manning and just leading us logically down a road that does not actually apply to what is happening and to what is going on, right? Yet again, he's not holding his hand up. He's not admitting that he did wrong. And I pointed this out the last time we broke down some of his dialogue. I feel like he's got someone in PR that is advising him on what to say, or somebody behind the scenes that's sort of handing him a script or even legally advising him in this situation. But listen to this language, because this is wild to me.
Or kind of impartial. And I think they've kind of been right. Like, you know what I mean? They've kind of been like fair. Be like, yo.
I think they've kind of been right. Again, taking zero accountability for this situation. No, I messed up. They were right. They were right to point out my wrongs. They were right to come after me. You know why? Because I screwed up and I hold my hand up. There's none of that within this. Again, it's a clever way to make it appear like he's apologizing, to make it appear like he's taking accountability, when in reality, if you think about the language that he's using and just some of the passive phrases that he uses, there is no singular instance of him taking ownership of the situation with that dialogue. It's just sending the listener down a direction where it's like, subconsciously, maybe you think, oh yeah, okay, yeah, like that makes sense. But again, he's just straw manning all of us. He's misleading all of us and misdirecting yet again. Just textbook trying to get out of a situation where you completely screwed up without actually really fully just holding your hand up and admitting that you made a mistake.
And I think there's been fair commentary. And again, you know, one of the things in terms of, me running media, I've always said, you get to the point, and I've been lucky enough to get to that point where the news guy becomes news when he either fucks up or he makes newsworthy shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's a very valuable and lucky place to get in. But also, I can't expect to talk about people all day, and then people can't talk about me. Okay? I do try to get on here and offer my side, just like how would, I think it would be a coward move if I talked about everybody else's shit, then didn't talk about mine. Again, I felt that we dealt with it head on last stream. I don't think there's necessarily anything more to kind of like talk about. I seen what every other streamer said. Again, I'll just say I think it's fair. I think it's fair, and it's fair game. You know what I mean? Whether it was somebody slamming me, pause, or somebody saying, "Yo, listen, people are overreacting. Let the chips fall how they may." Right?
You gonna drop like those type of jokes, the pause jokes. You're going to do that. You're gonna give us like the Diddy type bars in this situation. What did you do? Did you coat those in baby oil before you made that statement? Like, are you really that tone deaf from this situation, from the inappropriateness of your actions and comments? See, by just cracking a simple joke like that, that shows to me psychologically, this man doesn't feel guilty for what he's done. This shows me that this man actually probably still doesn't even fully appreciate the gravity of what he's done or understand how it's wrong, right? He's just mad that he's gotten so much backlash for it, and he feels like he has to damage control so he can carry on with his platform.
Whether it was,
I mean, you would not be cracking jokes just days later like that when you're being put under the microscope for all the wild, inappropriate shit that you said to a minor.
Somebody slamming me, pause, or somebody saying, "Yo, listen, people are overreacting. Let the chips fall how they may." Right? That's just what comes with commentary, and that comes with the position I'm in. And also, here's the thing too: the reason I don't want to talk about this anymore, because y'all know I love.
This is more distraction, though. Yes, these things come with commentary. These things come with being an influencer. But yet again, you are minimizing the actions that you have done. This isn't just normal critique of an influencer or someone disagreeing. This is you completely, inappropriately grooming a 15-year-old and now taking zero accountability for it.
Drag things and talk about it all day. There's like nothing I could say that people won't say. If I say I'm giving context, they're going to be like, "You're deflecting." If I say, "Well, what about this?" You're shifting. No. So again, I think I was very forthcoming in my last conversation. I don't think
because even that shows me how he thinks about things. It's like a PR game to him, isn't it? Well, if I say this, I'll get backlash in this way. If I say this, I'll get backlash in this way. Not, I'm going to say it because this is how I feel, and this was wrong of me, and I want to show that I made a mistake, right? It's almost like this sort of false sense of humility and the way that he's positioning this and the way that he's setting all of this up.
Yeah. Currently, we're suspended on Twitch. We're suspended on Twitch. The other entities you've seen that has been aligned with me or we've done business together, all that remains the same, whether it's from, the music industry, the artists, any brands. And, just because I know how niggas be hating, it's not on me to like try to assure y'all. So whatever y'all want to think is whatever y'all want to think, okay? But, again, the show goes on.
A little bit of a smirk there when he said that, and that shows me again, like, he's not even feeling the full effects of this. It sounds to me like he's still good with steak. Sounds to me like he's still good with Happy Dad. But again, if you look at those brands and you look at a lot of their brand ethos, I mean, it's probably right up their alley to still accept Akademiks into the fold. No surprise, too, that he's not live streaming on YouTube. He'll probably run and hide into Rumble and other platforms where he can feel, again, insulated from actually facing reality and facing the true consequences of his actions.
Somebody said these others. I don't think people are hating, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think people are hating. There's a couple people that don't like me, right? I get it. Like somebody was just like, "Yo," like the Breakfast Club talked about. I didn't watch it, but I was reading what people were telling me about what they said. They said, "Hey, the conversation was kind of fair and balanced to some extent, but this one chick hates you." And I was like, "Who?" They're like, "Yo, Jess Hilarious." And I was like, "Bro, I'd hate me too if I was her. I called her a transsexual, or I said I thought she was a trans. I didn't know. So, of course, she has like an axe to grind. I get it. You know what I mean? So screw it. I can't be mad at it. You know what I mean? Like when I've made my jokes and when I've threw my punches, I never held back. So it is what it is. Somebody said, "Because I hate on everybody." Yo, Meek's having a blast this week. Me and Baby kind of pieced it up. I wonder if he's like, yo, fuck that guy. Yeah.
Again, it's for me, it's the nonchalant way that he's going about this now. Like, yeah, I get it, but I'm not surprised because they're haters or I've clashed with them in the past. Like, and what it indicates for me is a huge psychological disconnect. I mean, this man is just giving us like textbook narcissistic behavior and viewpoints here with how he's viewing the entire situation. He's still, if he goes away and he doesn't think that he's being recorded, I would put money that there would be more inappropriate jokes that he will make to kids that he's gaming with, to different streamers, mods. Like, for me, it really feels like the only reason he has to speak on this and deal with this is because he got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Like, obviously, he thinks that this type of behavior and this manner of being is okay because in his eyes, he's just joking. And I think we do see some of these deeper rooted issues within hip hop, unfortunately, with this, like, having to blood a man young, right? Having him to have this rite of passage through puberty and into manhood by, sleeping with older women. Like, Wheezy F has talked about how Baby got him a prostitute to sleep with, and a number of other artists have come out and talked about this situation in the past, unfortunately. And I think that's indicative of a greater societal issue that we are currently still battling, and a current cultural issue that we are still very much dealing with in real life on a massive scale.
Given I don't think my cachet, or maybe I'm underestimating myself, I don't think my cachet and my notoriety would garner that much of attention that it would be reported from here all the way over there. You get what I'm saying? But the reason why it's stretching so many legs is because it's getting the engagement from a lot of people that didn't like me, right? And as any smart news channel or news media outlet, unless we probably had a relationship with each other, they're going to post it, of course. Like, this shit's going to, like, if you post right now, fuck Akademiks. I'm the one who reported the Twitch. Like, yo, that shit is going 100,000 likes. Yo, bro, you a real one. I'm telling you, it just is what it is. So, I always tell.
Again, you're minimizing the whole argument to a stigma that, well, people are just clout chasing. That's why they're coming after me. No, people are coming after you because you did something fucking wrong.
People, and y'all hear me say this a lot of times. Yo, when you dig a hole, just make sure you dig two. And I've always done that too, right? When I was kicking in and violating all these rappers, I knew there would be a time. I just always hope two things. Well, if they see me, I hope I got that on me. Or if it ever turned out like this, hopefully I could somehow crawl up or out of that grave whenever they try. It's all right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I like to speak to y'all like this because I don't want y'all to feel like I'm ducking anything. I'm not ducking. I'm not running. Obviously, I'm trying to chill out, let everybody get their anger, their hate, their vitriol out. And it's okay. If the majority of people don't want to fuck with us, it's okay. We'll build back. I've done it many times. But that's pretty much the entire thing to what I could say. I hope there's no questions that you guys had for me. Like, I know you guys want me to like be super specific.
I've done it many times. I'm used to people coming after me. At what point, though, do you sit down and do you go, why do I have to do this many times? Because again, he's normalizing behavior that isn't normal. I'm an influencer. I don't have to sit here and go, well, this is my playbook for damage control for overcoming a controversial situation. No, I don't have a playbook. It's not something that I'm getting used to or I figure out how to climb out of a hole. That is not normal behavior, Akademiks. Why do you have to constantly dig yourself out of these holes that you have created? But think about what Akademiks has built his platform on, right? Stirring up drama, creating controversy. And the thing is that I understand if some people are looking at this particular situation, right? And just this in a bubble. But the thing is, you have a pattern with this man. You have a history. You have legal allegations against him. You have assault allegations against this man. You have a pattern of behavior and a weird, very sus history. So people are finally starting to look at all of these controversies, all of these patterns over the years. And this is the result of all of that. It's not just, oh, people hate me, so I'm in a situation where, yeah, I made a mistake and that's why they want to cancel me. No, it's, does this show greater character flaws? Is this indicative of greater deep-rooted issues that you have been showing signs of throughout the years? And the sad truth is that Akademiks is going to slither his way out of this one again. I've seen this happen on this platform to other influencers, to other people. They constantly find a way to weave their way out of just these controversial situations that they themselves have created. Somehow they turn into a victim. Somehow they find a way to misplace blame, to minimize accusations and allegations against them, and they find a way to continue on their platforms and to find people and fan bases who will support them. But as always, listen, stay safe, stay positive. It's a crazy world out there. It's a very polarizing world. There doesn't seem to be a lot of accountability out there. There doesn't seem to be a lot of good role models, a lot of good examples set. So please take care of your loved ones. Take care of what truly matters. Take time to unplug from the polarizing world of social media. Protect your headspaces. Protect your valuable energy. Protect your souls. All right, guys. Catch you again.